Wow. What a weekend, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Baseball fans were definitely treated to some exciting games this weekend.
Yeah,
A whole lot of action packed into just a couple days.
it was.
And if you're anything like me,
Yeah,
you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed trying to keep up with all of it.
I hear that.
So many games, so many highlights, so many storylines developing.
Right.
And that's really what we're here for with the deep dive,
Yeah.
to take a closer look at some of the most interesting things happening in MLB.
Exactly.
And today we're going to focus on Sunday, April 6th,
Okay.
a day that was jam-packed with 15 games.
15 games. Wow.
And we're really excited to be doing this deep dive in collaboration with our friends at Planeta Béisbol,
Planeta Béisbol. Yeah.
a fantastic resource for all things baseball,
Oh, for sure.
especially for those of you who follow the game closely
Absolutely.
and speak Spanish.
See?
And a special shout out to all the Planeta Béisbol podcast listeners who are joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, welcome.
We know you're a passionate bunch,
Definitely are.
and we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
And we also want to give a big thank you to Frank Pereiro
Frank does great work.
for putting together the information for this deep dive.
Yeah.
You can find him on Twitter at Frank Pereiro.
Yeah.
He does a lot of great writing for Planeta Béisbol,
A lot of good analysis.
so make sure to check him out.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, give Planeta Béisbol a follow on Twitter, too.
At Planeta Béisbol.
They always have their finger on the pulse of the game.
They do.
So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to break down some of the most exciting results from Sunday,
Okay.
talk about some of the standout performances,
Right.
and touch on some of the interesting discussions happening over on the Planeta Béisbol blog.
Sounds good.
So let's jump right in.
Okay.
Sunday was a really interesting day in MLB.
It was.
We had some really close games, some blowouts, some come-from-behind victories,
Yeah.
just a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
So let's start with the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
They managed to pull out a 5-4 victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks.
A close one.
Yeah, a real nail-biter.
Yeah.
Keibert Ruiz had a clutch RBI late in the game. That proved to be the difference.
Those late game RBIs can be huge.
They really can.
They can really swing the momentum of a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then you had the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. That was a good round.
Another close game.
Yeah.
This one ending 8-7 in favor of the Phillies.
A lot of offense in that one.
A ton of offense, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Castellanos hit a grand slam for the Phillies.
I was excited.
Always a crowd pleaser, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But Teoscar Hernández really stole the show for the Dodgers.
He did.
2 home runs and 5 RBIs.
5 RBIs. Wow.
5 RBIs.
That's a big day at the plate.
It is a big day at the plate.
Yeah.
And he almost single-handedly kept the Dodgers in the game,
Almost.
but it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah.
Then we go to Pittsburgh,
Okay.
where the Pirates, they pulled off a bit of an upset.
They did.
They beat the Yankees 5-4 in 11 innings.
11 innings. Wow.
Yeah, extra innings.
Marathon.
A real marathon.
Yeah.
And Tommy Pham came up big for the Pirates
He did.
with the game-winning single in the bottom of the 11th.
Walk-off
A
winner.
walk-off win.
Yeah.
And the crowd went wild.
I bet.
It was a really exciting moment.
Always fun to see a walk-off.
It is.
Yeah.
The Mets also had a good day.
They did.
They completed a sweep of the Blue Jays with a 2-1 victory.
A sweep.
That's impressive.
It was their first sweep of the Blue Jays since 2000.
Wow, 2000. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah.
And Pete Alonso came up big for the Mets with the go-ahead RBI.
Clutch hitting.
Clutch hitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have the Tigers.
Okay.
They managed to pull off a come-from-behind victory against the White Sox.
Another close one.
Yeah, another close one. 4-3 was the final score.
Okay.
And Spencer Torkelson was the hero for the Tigers.
He hit a 3 RBI double in the bottom of the 9th
Wow, that's clutch.
to give them the win.
What a way to win a game.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Then we had the Royals.
Okay.
They beat the Orioles 4-1.
Right.
Chris Bubic pitched a gem for the Royals.
How so?
He went 6 2/3 innings
Okay.
and gave up just 1 run.
A quality start.
A quality start, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had the Twins.
Okay.
They beat the Astros 6-1.
Okay.
Jose Miranda hit a 3-run homer for the Twins.
All right.
That was a big blow.
Yeah.
Then we had the Brewers.
Okay.
They beat the Reds 8-2.
All right.
Jackson Chourio was the star of the show for the Brewers.
Oh, yeah.
He hit 2 home runs
Wow.
and drove in 5 runs.
2 home runs and 5 RBIs. That's a huge day.
Yeah, he had a monster game.
Yeah.
Then you have the Padres.
Okay.
They beat the Cubs 8-7.
Another close one?
Yeah, another high-scoring close game.
A lot of those on Sunday.
Yeah, there are a lot of those on Sunday.
Yeah.
Jackson Merrill hit a 2-run homer for the Padres.
All right.
And Luis Arias had 4 hits.
Wow, 4 hits.
4 hits.
That's a good day at the plate.
Yeah, he was on fire.
Yeah.
Then you had the Rangers.
Okay.
They beat the Rays 4-3 in a walk-off thriller.
Another walk-off?
Another walk-off.
Wow.
Jonah Heim came up big for the Rangers with the game-winning single in the bottom of the ninth.
It seems like there were a lot of clutch hits on Sunday.
Yeah, there were a lot of clutch hits on Sunday.
A lot of guys stepping up in big moments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we had the Rockies.
Okay.
They beat the Athletics 12-5.
All right.
The big story in that game was Chase Dollander.
Who's that?
He's a rookie pitcher for the Rockies.
Okay.
And he made his MLB debut in that game.
Oh, wow.
And he was fantastic.
All right.
He pitched 5 innings
Okay.
and struck out 6.
Not bad for a debut.
Not bad for a debut at all.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Then we had the Giants.
Okay.
They beat the Mariners 5-4. And that was their 7th straight win.
7 straight.
7 straight wins.
They're on a roll.
They are on a roll.
Yeah.
Gomer Flores came through with a game-winning single for the Giants in the bottom of the ninth.
Wow. Another walk-off.
Another walk-off win.
Seems like every game ended with a walk-off on Sunday.
It really does seem that way.
Yeah.
Then we had the Angels.
Okay.
They beat the Guardians 6-2.
All right.
Logan O'Hoppe and Jorge Soler both hit home runs for the Angels.
Yeah.
Then we had a doubleheader in Boston
Okay.
between the Red Sox and the Cardinals.
All right.
The first game was a close one. The Red Sox won at 5-4 in 10 innings.
Another extra inning game?
Yeah, another one.
Wow.
Wiley Abreu hit a walk-off single off the Green Monster.
Off the Green Monster.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Pretty cool moment for him.
Yeah.
But the second game was a blowout.
Oh, wow.
The Red Sox won that one 18-7.
18-7. Wow.
Yeah, they really exploded offensively in that one.
Yeah.
Rafael Devers had 4 hits in that game.
Wow.
And Hunter Dobbins made his MLB debut.
Another debut.
And he got the win.
That's great.
Yeah. A pretty good day for him.
Yeah.
And, and we should mention that the Marlins-Braves game was postponed due to rain.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be made up in August.
Okay.
So that was a quick rundown of the scores from Sunday.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting games, a lot of close games.
Yeah, seems like it was a really exciting day for baseball.
It was.
Yeah.
Now, beyond the games themselves, there were also some really interesting discussions happening over on the Planeta Béisbol blog.
Oh, yeah. Planeta Béisbol always has great content.
You do.
Yeah.
One post that caught my eye was titled, Bryce Harper defiende a los Dodgers. Solo los perdedores se quejan.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, Bryce Harper had some thoughts on complaining.
Yeah.
And he wasn't afraid to share them.
I guess not.
It's a really interesting piece.
Yeah.
It talks about the competitive nature of baseball.
Oh, okay.
And how important it is to have a winning mentality.
Yeah.
And Harper basically says that complaining is a sign of weakness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he uses the Dodgers as an example.
Okay.
You know, they've had some struggles recently.
Yeah.
And Harper says that they need to stop complaining and start focusing on winning.
Right.
It's a pretty controversial take.
I bet.
But it's definitely worth reading.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was El legado de Roberto Clemente, cubierto por una valla publicitaria in PNC Park.
Oh, wow.
This one talks about a tribute to Roberto Clemente,
One of the greats.
one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
They put up a billboard of him at PNC Park.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And the post talks about his legacy,
Okay.
you know, his impact on the game
Right.
and his humanitarian work.
Yeah.
It's a really moving piece.
Yeah.
Another post that caught my eye was, Jerry Reinsdorf no vende. Es el momento de un cambio en los White Sox. This one talks about the White Sox
All right.
and their owner, Jerry Reinsdorf. There's
Okay.
been a lot of talk about whether or not he should sell the team.
Right.
You know, they haven't been very successful in recent years.
Yeah.
And some fans are starting to get impatient.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this post explores both sides of the argument.
Okay.
You know, whether or not Reinsdorf should stay or go.
Right.
It's a really interesting read.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was El Torpedo Bat y la Revolución del Swing, una nueva era en MLB.
The torpedo bat. What's that?
Yeah, it's this new type of bat
Okay.
that's supposed to help hitters hit the ball farther.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
How does it work?
Well, it has a different shape than a traditional bat.
Okay.
And it's designed to optimize the swing path
Okay.
and increase bat speed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the post talks about how this new bat could revolutionize hitting,
Oh, wow.
if it really works.
Yeah, that would be huge.
It would be huge.
Yeah.
And it would definitely change the game.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was El experimento que quema. José Altuve y el desastre defensivo en el jardín izquierdo.
Okay.
This one talks about José Altuve
Oh, right.
and his struggles in left field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's not really a natural outfielder.
Right.
He's a second baseman by trade.
Yeah.
But the Astros have been trying him out in left field.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hasn't really been going well.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the post talks about the challenges of playing a new position at the MLB level.
Right.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's especially tough when you're playing against the best players in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was Los Yankees rompen récords con su descomunal poder de jonrones en el arranque de 2025.
The Yankees and home runs name a more iconic duo.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been hitting a lot of home runs this season.
Yeah.
And they're on pace to break some records.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the post talks about their power surge,
Okay.
how they're doing it,
Right.
and what it means for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting read.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was Ben Rice, el nuevo cañonero de los Yankees.
Yeah.
Más velocidad, más poder, más impacto.
Who's Ben Rice?
He's a rookie for the Yankees,
Okay.
and he's been hitting the ball really well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power,
Okay.
and he's got a lot of speed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the post talks about his potential,
Okay.
what he could become,
Right.
and why Yankees fans should be excited about him.
Yeah.
It's a really good read.
Yeah.
Another post that I found really interesting was Shohei Ohtani se acerca a su versión completa con los Dodgers.
Oh, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's finally starting to look like himself again.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a slow start to the season,
Oh, okay.
but he's been hitting the ball really well lately,
All right.
and he's been pitching well too.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the post talks about how he's adjusting to life with the Dodgers.
Okay.
He's on a new team now,
Right.
and he's playing in a new city.
Yep.
And it's a big adjustment.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he seems to be settling in nicely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the post talks about how he could have a huge season,
Yeah.
if he can stay healthy
Right.
and keep playing at a high level.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting read.
Yeah.
And finally, the last post that I wanted to mention was José Ramírez contra la historia de los Guardians con otra noche legendaria de 3 jonrones.
Jose Ramirez. Wow.
He's incredible.
He is incredible.
Yeah.
He hit 3 home runs in a game recently.
3 home runs.
3 home runs.
Wow.
And that's not the first time he's done that.
Really?
Yeah.
He's hit 3 home runs in a game multiple times in his career.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And the post talks about his place in Guardians history.
Okay.
He's one of the best players they've ever had.
Yeah.
And he's still got a lot of good years left.
Yeah.
It's a really great read.
Yeah.
So those are just a few of the interesting posts that I saw on the Planeta Béisbol blog.
Sounds like they've got a lot of great stuff over there.
They do. I
Yeah.
highly recommend checking it out.
Definitely.
Now, let's take a look ahead at Monday's games.
Okay.
There are some really interesting matchups on the schedule.
Right.
One that I'm really looking forward to is the Yankees-Tigers game.
Okay.
Carlos Rodon is scheduled to pitch for the Yankees.
He's good.
He is good.
Yeah.
And Casey Mize is scheduled to pitch for the Tigers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a really good pitching matchup.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mize has been lights out so far this season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hasn't given up a run yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough test for the Yankees.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another game that I'm interested in is the Cardinals-Pirates game.
Okay.
Matthew Liberatore is making his first start of the season for the Cardinals.
All right.
And the Pirates are coming off that big win against the Yankees.
Right.
So they're going to be feeling confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you have the Dodgers-Nationals game.
Okay.
Dustin May is scheduled to pitch for the Dodgers.
All right.
And Mackenzie Gore is scheduled to pitch for the Nationals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another really good pitching matchup.
It is.
Yeah. And the Dodgers are going to be looking to bounce back after that loss to the Phillies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have the Blue Jays-Red Sox game.
Okay.
Easton Lucas is scheduled to pitch for the Blue Jays.
All right.
And Richard Fitz is scheduled to pitch for the Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
Both of those teams can really hit.
Yeah.
So that could be a high-scoring game.
It could.
Yeah. Then you have the Marlins-Mets game.
Yeah.
Kodai Senga is the probable starter for the Mets.
All right.
And they're going to be looking to keep their winning streak alive.
Right.
Yeah. Then you have the Rangers-Cubs game.
Oh, okay.
Nathan Eovaldi is scheduled to pitch for the Rangers.
Right.
And Justin Steele is scheduled to pitch for the Cubs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a really good pitching matchup.
It is.
Yeah. And it's going to be at Wrigley Field.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun one to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have the Twins-Royals game.
Okay.
Woods Richardson is scheduled to pitch for the Twins.
All right.
And Michael Lorenzen is scheduled to pitch for the Royals.
Okay.
Richardson is a rookie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how he does against a veteran like Lorenzen.
It will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have the Orioles-Diamondbacks game.
Okay.
Zach Eflin is scheduled to pitch for the Orioles. And Zach Gallen is scheduled to pitch for the Diamondbacks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another really good pitching matchup.
That is.
Yeah. Then you have the Astros-Mariners game.
Okay.
Hayden Wesneski is scheduled to pitch for the Astros.
Right.
And Logan Gilbert is scheduled to pitch for the Mariners.
Okay.
The Astros have been a little bit inconsistent offensively so far this season.
Okay.
So Gilbert might have a chance to have a good game.
He might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have the Reds-Giants game.
Okay.
Hunter Green is scheduled to pitch for the Reds.
All right.
And Logan Webb is scheduled to pitch for the Giants.
Okay.
Green has a really good fastball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Giants are on a roll.
Right.
So that should be a good game.
It should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, you have the Padres-Athletics game.
Okay.
Michael King is scheduled to pitch for the Padres.
All right.
And Luis Severino is scheduled to pitch for the Athletics. The Athletics are playing their home games in Sacramento this season.
Oh, yeah.
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 So that's where this game's going to be played.
All right.
So that's a look ahead at Monday's games.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting matchups.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to recap,
Okay.
we talked about the most exciting results from Sunday.
All right.
We talked about some of the standout performances.
Yeah.
And we talked about some of the interesting discussions happening over on the Planeta Béisbol blog.
Yeah.
And we took a look ahead at Monday's games.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're now all caught up on what's going on in MLB.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you again to Frank Pereiro.
Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the entire team at Planeta Béisbol.
The whole team.
Yeah. For all their hard work.
They do great work.
They do.
Yeah.
And for providing us with such great content.
Yeah.
If you're a baseball fan, I highly recommend checking out their blog.
At planetdaysbaseball.com.
Yeah. And give them a follow on Twitter.
At Planeta Béisbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a great resource for all things baseball.
They are. Yeah.
So as we wrap things up,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a thought.
Okay.
What are you most excited about so far this MLB season? What team or player or storyline has really caught your attention?
Yeah.
What are you going to be following closely as the season unfolds?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.